Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Break It Dawn. Let's continue speaking with the locals.
No helping.
Aridin is next.
Exposed now.
If it ain't the fearless goblin slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy. Cow in your face, fucking troll. You're an idiot.
You might be, if you demonstrated more honor in your dealings.
Please. A good sword will get you farther than honor any day.
But you can have both.
What do you want, anyway? I ain't local. I knew the fella in charge, but barely said 2 words to the devil's swarm in his place.
I should speak with that fellow. Do you know where he is?
Aye. His name's Halsin. And if he's still alive, he'll be cursing the day he laid eyes on me. We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it.
Didn't work out, though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
I think I'd make a fine.
Can I have a look at that contract?
Job's all yours, if you got death wish.
There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts.
But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it.
Any idea what the relic actually is?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be back here with half my crew gone. But look, if you're itching to meet Kellenvor, I won't stop you. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk.
All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Alright, got a stamped handbill. A tattered, well-handled bill posted to recruit adventurers.
Die if I met Leroic and reaching into this place.
A scuffed handbill stamped with an extravagant seal boldly proclaims, "Adventurers wanted for perilous and profitable quest." Master Loricon, the Arcanist of Athkatla, the Recluse of Ramesses Tower, seeks brave and enterprising individuals to delve treacherous temple and recover storied artifact, the Night Song, for preservation in Baldur's Gate. Only stout of heart and keen of mind need apply. Fame, glory, and incredible fortune assured. Also, while I'm here... Oh, cool. There's an option just to hide the helmet during dialogues.
I'm drinking. You're leaving.
Option 4 doesn't seem very paladin-like, because you're asking for something in return. I'm not leaving until you tell me exactly what happened to the first druid.
I already told you. He was at the temple ruins with us. But it ain't like we forced him to go along. As soon as he heard we had a contract to find that Night Song relic, he was more eager than a hound in heat. When the goblins jumped us, most of my crew scarpered, just like I taught them to. The old codger didn't.
And where exactly did you leave him?
Gobos are holed up in the temple ruins, out west of here. Last I saw Halsin, he was right in the thick of them. If you head that way, you'll likely smell them, or hear their drums before you see them.
And you just left him to die?
Yeah, and I'd do the same again. He weren't my responsibility. If you want to play the hero, go ask the goblins nicely, and maybe they'll give you whatever's left of him.
True.
Well, plus he's a first druid, he should be able to handle himself.
Out of my face.
Okay.
Hope the road isn't too bad. Can't wait to get back to the gate.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate. Cats, though?
A little orange cat. And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out.
Don't mind me. I was just passing through.
No bother. We're just daydreaming anyhow.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city?
Burn them.
I am excited for the Elfsong Tavern. I'll be seeking the warmth of the Elfsong Tavern.
I think I've heard of that place. Something about a stuffed dragon's head in one of the dining rooms. It's settled, Dennis. You, me, and the Elfsong Tavern first thing when we arrive. If we see you there, we'll get you a pint. For your finder's fee.
I suppose we'll start in the outer city. Get a little business going.
Your spiced tea is life-changing. And I can bake up almond cakes 20 at a time.
I suppose we'll start in the outer city.
Alright, a couple of books.
I'll talk to the guards in Baldur's Gate. I speak their language.
My love, you were
Don't be
a
grumpy,
caravan
Rhoda.
escort for 3
We'll get to the
days,
city soon.
And you quit
I
in the
am
middle
not
of your shift.
grumpy. Scour your face with front a troll.
It was his caravan.
You're an idiot.
Alright, the realm according to Bumpo. The book naturally falls to a dog-eared page in which Bumpo describes the more unusual races he's met in his travels. But they weren't half so strange as the bird folk. First, our cockra I met had the head of a parrot, the body of a human, and wings also of a parrot. I tried not to stare, but it was real hard. Turns out she was one of a motley party, as around her table were a tabaxi, cat folk, a genasi, element folk, and a turtle folk. Trying to act casual, asked what the heck they all were. Oh, Bumpo. They ignored me, but I can't blame them.
How long until
To them I
Roland
must
shows
have
off
looked
his
awfully
thing?
dull and average, but they were the first of their kind I'd seen. I was just one of a billion boring humans to them.
True.
And The True and Impossible Adventures of Tanabruck's Morrow, Volume 2.
Yeah, right.
An excerpt from The True and Impossible Adventures of Tanabruck's Morrow, a pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is known never to have left her native Waterdeep, and emerges from her rooms at the Yawning Portal only to exchange scrawled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. And thus in the light of the Feywild's never-setting sun, we pass into the land of the Eladrin.
Whatever we want.
My astute
I think
resolution
I'd
to
make
sail
a
around
fine
their
teacher.
forest was betrayed.
Or a baker.
It seems to me that the river itself conspired to change course,
Next.
bringing the new bride into the shadow of the
Blood
trees,
excites me.
that I might see those dancing figures up
Not
close.
the worst plan you've had lately.
The form of the Eladrin, with which I am now intimately familiar,
Never get
is
to
that of
smell
elves
that.
as seen in a fever dream.
I'll have to burn.
Slender as wands, and with hair of every changeable hue, their moods mirror that fey wilderness from which they spring. One moment, gentle as a still pond, the next inexorable and deadly as a falling mountain. The latter I experienced only after spending many agreeable hours, or perhaps seasons among them. A halfling woman employed among my crew as a smith dared to raise her voice in song above that of our hosts. The depth of the insult became clear as the forest fell into silence, and it was only quick thinking on my part that delivered a compromise. When we left, it was without our smith, and the only sound was the solitary ring of her hammer as she endeavored to forge a blade that would sing for the Eladrin more sweetly than she.
What I wouldn't do.
It has been some centuries since. Hope she has succeeded by now.
Helping it. We're exposed now.
What I do for some
Don't be grumpy, Rhoda. We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy. The scowl on your face would frighten a troll. You're an idiot.
What now?
What to do?
My love, you were a caravan escort for 3 days, and you quit in the middle of your shift.
You sound like your father.
Well, it was his caravan.
Thunderwave.
Depends.
True.
On my way. I've got a long road ahead.
Could be worse.
Oh, a burst weight +1. I don't plan on doing a lot of stealing in this game, or at least in this run with my paladin, but that's pretty tempting. I'm not sure what a scorpion helmet is. It has the tassels that mine has.
Doesn't taste half bad.
Let's speak to Dammon first.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
That forge is holding on by a thread. Are you a smith?
Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Let me see your wares.
Don't be grumpy, Roland.
Safeguard
Get to the
shield.
city soon. I
+2
am
to armor
not
class,
grumpy.
+1 to saving
Scowl on your
throws.
face would frighten a troll.
Imagine I got caught in this heirloom by being
You're an
exposed to too many wizard family dinners. Only costs 110. Oh, a hand crossbow. Alright, so he sells some +1 gear. On the boots give +1 athletics. Alright, so he has some stuff probably worth picking up.
How long until Roland shows off his
I'm not going to steal anything
Thunderwave?
yet.
Depends.
Possibly find
How many
some
people are
stealth
dumb enough
boosting
to
gear
ask?
for Astarion before we try it.
True.
We'll play it a little bit more safe.
My Thunderwave will make quick work of any goblin. Just you wait.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Those goblins will rue the day they chose to tangle with this grove. You and I will do some good here. I can feel it.
What to bring? Doesn't taste half bad.
Lee and Roland would never admit it, but they take an arrow for the other. Also stab each other. Not sure what will come first. Thanks for cutting in. There might have been more than words if you hadn't.
Oh, an elixir of hill giant strength. Pretty good stuff over there. Hello, Octa.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
What is it exactly?
Food. You want it or not?
Take the bowl.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Die if I met Leroic and reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes. I'll have to burn them.
Oh, it does heal you.
You've had your share. Leave some for the rest.
Again.
Auntie Ethel.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh. There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish? Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
What are you? An alchemist?
Oh, nothing as fancy as that. But I come from a long line of women with a dab hand at such things. Aha! You take a sup at that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
Might this concoction also help with something more serious?
Well, that depends. What's wrong, lovey?
I have a condition. An unusual condition.
Oh, I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse.
She is not to know of our ailment. Only a Gith healer may make us pure.
What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
So, Lae'zel keeps talking about the Githyanki purification. I'm pretty sure they just kill whoever's been infested with a mind parasite. Githyanki, however you want to pronounce it, are typically lawful evil. So, I don't have a good feeling about her purification. I've got a Mind Flayer parasite in my head.
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but... yes, I may have something at home.
Such as?
I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale.
What harm? Show me your wares.
Hey, bother.
Oh cool, she gave us a potion of greater healing. So I don't trust her either, but... in a game like this, it's hard to trust anybody. A potion of invisibility. Orland's Grace. What does it do? So it grants Natural Pugilist. You gain a +1 bonus to unarmed attack rolls and damage, and unhampered resistance. While the wielder is not wearing armor, they receive a +2 bonus to saving throws, and as a quarterstaff, it grants Topple. This light flexible staff is of elven make, marked with mithril sigils that channel magic in the blink of an eye. I mean, we could get it for Gale. Give a +2 to saving throws.
Be careful on the road. I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Petal.
I mean, look at her face and how she's speaking. She... yeah, got a bad feeling about her. Plus, she's inviting us to her home. That's probably a trap.
Shoes. Well, where are my boots?
She mentioned she
How long until Roland
gathered
shows
bits
off
and
his
bobs,
thunder
right?
wave?
So maybe she's trying to collect us as a someone who's infected with
How
the
many
mind
people
flayer.
are dumb enough to ask?
My Vola's complete guide to the behavior of nymphs.
True.
Trader appears encouraged by your interest in this item, though of course you'll need to pay for it.
Yeah, trade. It's weird, it wasn't marked as stealing. Was it? Maybe it was. Alright, the flavor text. The heavily edited draft of a book that examines the activities of nymphs in great detail.
Die if I met Leroican reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes.
The book is handwritten in a swinging scrawl. The red ink of an eager editor slashes through most of its contents. 2 inscriptions, each in a different hand, are scribbled inside the cover. B. Absolutely not. E. Here's Elminster. While you may lack imagination, nymphs, I assure you, do not. Nor does the public that eagerly awaits this work. I will refrain from publishing this piece for now, only that I may conduct a more extensive bout of research. Your friend these many years, Olothamp Gedarm, or Gedarm, author, researcher, raconteur, etc. Savolo and Elminster are both pretty big names in the D&D universe.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy.
The scowl on your face would frighten a troll.
And with it being a Baldur's
an
Gate
idiot.
game, I expect we'll run across both of them at some point. At least Elminster.
Goblins, druids. This grove is a death trap. Grab what you can and get out. That's my advice. I can pack or talk, and right now I'm packing.
Alright, A is for Azith and Other Gods 6. I don't care if we loot these.
And again. Swing and swing and...
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Depends.
I'm gonna bite the
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
And your birdies. And your dogs.
Alright, collection of children's rhymes about the gods Ilmater, Jurgal, and Kelemvor. Ilmater hears the martyr's cries, takes in the ill and the oppressed. When one to help the other dies, then by Ilmater they are blessed. Jurgal, or so it's often said, once gave away his bony throne. For Kelemvor he tracks the dead, make sure that dead souls do not roam. Kelemvor, Lord of the Dead, will take your hand when death arrives. Make sure souls are correctly led, while their proper afterlives.
What to bring?
You're gonna be sorry.
The Annals of Baldur's Gate.
Swing and swing and...
Alright, the preface.
Die if I met Leroican.
Centuries ago, a young man sailed from the village of Grey Harbor. Where he went, what he saw, and the deeds he accomplished are simple legends today. But the wealth he returned with years later is a hard fact. Baldur made Grey Harbor rich. His gold-built docks, funded businesses, and raised strong walls to protect it all. One of the gates into this flourishing city was named in his honor, but so great was the wealth that flowed through it, that the name of the gate became more famous than the village that started it all. The name Grey Harbor has been relegated to dusty history books and ancient maps, but Baldur's Gate, that name is on the lips of every traveler in Faerun. I can actually see inside.
Right. I've got food.
Don't be grumpy, Roland.
My dagger.
We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy.
The scowl on your face would frighten a troll.
You're an idiot.
Zorru.
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
So, option 1 can be taken as more of a lighthearted response, or as a serious one. I'm gonna interpret it as lighthearted. Yes. I suggest you do as she says.
Lower.
Alright, that's enough, Lae'zel. I'll take it from here.
You dare interrupt? Has the tadpole ravaged your senses?
Alright, I don't really like this whole interaction. I don't want to humiliate this guy. Enough, Lae'zel. You will be silent. Yeah, it's my place as the party's leader to keep her in check so she's not humiliating people we could work with. You can breathe again. I won't let her hurt you.
Thanks. What do you want from me?
Well, I guess this was part of her quest, right? Maybe I should have let her follow through with that. That's fine. Information. Where did you see the Githyanki?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly, straight to the other side. And I just ran.
The map. Show me.
Thanks for your help. And apologies for my companion.
No hard feelings.
The last time a subordinate questioned my judgment, I ate tongue stew that very night.
Subordinate? No, we're partners. You'll treat me with respect.
Kenyak, your tantrum proves you no wiser than a hatchling. The tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
What do you mean, purification?
The creche holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Yeah, I don't think she knows what the purification is either. Heh, did you say tiefling?
I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this... Fey run.
I thought she was making fun of him. But no, she just doesn't know how to say their name, or what they are. Same with Faerun. No, it's Faerun. Okay. Alright, this is volume 1 of the God Rhymes. I've never really been sure how to say Amaunator? Or Amonator? Sun's bright light shines its truth into man's laws. Speak his name to stop a fight, then invoke illegal clause. Beware dread Asmodeus, both his word and promise sweet, more able to betray us than the devil's at his feet. Arbor was merciless and cold, the winter's icy breath. Spare her a little food and gold, so you won't freeze to death.
You're an idiot.
And again. Swing and swing and...
Alright, nothing stands out here. The Illustrated Adventures of Baldur. That might be fun to read. Let's speak to Guex first.
Children! Step! Parry! Strike! Damn it! It's just not landing.
Interesting technique. Having some trouble?
Nothing but. Goblins in the wild, out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
Read his thoughts.
He was only a boy. And I just froze while the wog tore his head clean off. Never again.
Also, how was I able to cast that? I don't think Gale picked up the spell. Maybe Astarion has it? Alright, let's go with the athletics. Demonstrate a swing. Show him the fluidity of movements he lacks. I didn't need all these bonuses anyway.
Like this, you mean? Step, step, strike. Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use.
One last thing. Don't shout out your moves like that. Spoils a surprise for your foe.
Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes.
Keep training, and time, and make short work of any goblins.
Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Don't be grumpy, Roland.
Oh, cool, I'm inspired.
I am not grumpy. Scowl on your face when you fight the troll. You're an idiot.
So is Lae'zel. And we got a battle axe. We can sell it at least.
Step, parry, step, and swing. Yes!
Nice. Alright, where is this book at? The Illustrated Adventures of Baldur. This book is packed full of tales of adventure. The monsters are ferocious, the men are muscled, the women are buxom, and the clothing is easily torn. Something is cleft in twain on every other page, although you do find a passage that's a little less bloody. The woman's eyes were dusky, filled with mystery and promise. Baldur was intrigued. Anything, he asked? Anything, she said. Just name it, and it can be yours. And what do you want in return? Oh, just a small thing, she smiled. Baldur laughed. Nothing about him was small. I want your soul, Baldur, she sighed. Give me your spirit. Whatever you desire shall be yours. Baldur considered this for a moment. Very well. I want a turnip. She hesitated. Your soul in exchange for a turnip. A nice turnip, nodded Baldur. Very well. Dark smoke swirled around the woman, whose skin was turning red. Then you shall...
Never get the smell of
The next couple of pages have been torn out. When the story resumes, the woman, now fully revealed as a devil, is kneeling at Baldur's feet. Curse you, Baldur. I am bound to you. Yours to call upon when you need me, and your soul is your own once more. Let that be a lesson to you, laughed Baldur. Never underestimate the power of a turnip. I assume this book is written by Jan. I guess there's no way to see the author. Maybe with the flavor text. Does it count as stealing? Yeah, it's highlighted in red here, but not when I hover over it. Okay. Oh, there's Wyll. Let's speak to Asherak.
The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart, too. The future's in good hands.
Like a troll. You're an idiot.
The Blade of Frontiers.
Alright, speak to the kids. Umi.
Oh,
Right. Go for the heart.
Hide?
Next time the goblins come, I'll be ready.
Gan?
This is boring. We should train against real goblins.
That wouldn't be training. Hello, Wyll.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
It's good advice, child. You do well to listen.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned.
Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
Yes, we both carry parasites.
Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Wyll chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
Hunting in the hills. Dangerous territory.
I'm no stranger to the infernal. Better to slay a devil before her fires burn common folk to ash. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mindflayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I'm looking to cure this infection. I suggest we partner up.
Just so you know, my first duty is Karlach. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation. You'll need to make room if you want to partner up, though. Still, when the time comes, call for the blade. I won't be long to answer.
Go to my camp and wait for me.
A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
Speak to him next time.
What'd I do for some salt?
Let's go speak to Toron. I think we're just about done with all the people in this part of this area. Get over there, Donnie.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can.
Smell out of my clothes. I'll have to burn them. This is no fortress, and we're no warriors.
Take your eyes off my hands.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring.
Are you alright?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Anything else on your mind?
He's still staring right past you.
Turn around to see what he's looking at.
You see nothing out of the ordinary. When you turn back, there's no trace of the child.
That's what I figured. That's why I didn't turn around at the first opportunity, because I knew he was going to disappear.
Hold out your hand, mister. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky.
That was a fancy trick.
You haven't seen anything yet, mister. Go on. Take the ring and watch your fortune change.
Feels like a scam. We'll try this. Mimic his trick and make the ring disappear. Uh-oh. I'll use one more. Nice. That's what, 4 nat 20s so far?
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails it is! See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested?
Hold on. One coin toss doesn't prove anything.
Okay, fair. Let's go again. Heads or tails? Call it.
Heads.
Heads! There. Happy?
Not yet. Flip the coin again.
Really? I mean, fine. Heads or tails?
Tails.
We got tails! There. Happy?
Not yet. Flip the coin again.
Mister, come on. Okay. Heads or tails?
This is a scam. I'm gonna keep calling him out on it. Heads.
Heads! There. Happy?
Not yet. Flip the coin again.
Fine. Heads or tails?
Tails.
We got tails! There. Happy?
Not yet. Flip the coin again.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads! There. Happy?
Not yet. Flip the coin again.
You're killing me here, mister. You really are. Just take the ring, huh? Free sample. Now, you want to take a look at the other stuff I got? Or maybe you just want to go?
Let me see what you have.
You got it. One sec. That's what I got.
Not sure what the perception check was for. Okay, so some fake rings. A Tarbell's Guide to Distractions. I like to read it, but I also don't want to buy it to do so. A Ring of Infinite Wishes. The exterior of this ring is roughly carved with nonsensical runes. A ring of resistance to ants. A glob of tree sap studded with dead ants occupies a space where this ring stone once sat. Ring of the Lycanesis? A small pebble swings from a length of fishing line tied to this copper ring. Oh, it's supposed to be telekinesis. A ring of being really invisible. This ring is missing its gem. Perhaps it's just very invisible. I'm gonna buy this anyway.
You bought...
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn.
Tech thoughts.
You see her hand in your bags and the shame in her heart.
Something tells me the thieving life isn't for you.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
Aw, poor Sylphie.
Hey, you here to trade or?
Your partner's a thief.
Yeah, I know. I was standing right here telling her to rob you.
You could at least pretend to be sorry.
I am sorry. Sorry we're still talking about this. Look, you caught her. Good for you. You aren't a chump like everyone else around here. Now, do me a favor. Make room for the chumps.
Okay. There are more folks to talk to down there. We're also at the tiefling hideout, and we can go back and speak to Wyll. So, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we'll probably go back to camp, speak to Wyll first thing. And then maybe check out the tiefling hideout down here. And we have stuff going on over in this direction. So, still a lot to do here. We'll take care of it next time. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.